appeal is ethos or ethics. And that's where you judge and evaluate the evidence based on the character and qualifications of the person speaking. Is the person who's giving the evidence fair and reasonable? Do your values and beliefs correspond to that person's values and beliefs? And do they build trust with the audience? So when you're looking at how experts are incorporated into the article, do you believe those experts? So let's take a look in the article right now at some examples of ethos. In paragraph 10, we have information from Keegan Hanks. And according to the author, he's a research analyst at the Southern Poverty Law Center, and he works on the Intelligence Project. So notice how the author gives him credibility. We know who he works for and this highly esteemed project. That builds trust with us as the readers to know he's an expert on this issue. As we scroll down to paragraph 15, we can see how the author once again establishes ethos, credibility. A study by J.M. Berger at George Washington University found, so we know he's associated with a very prestigious university. So that gives him credibility as well. And the final type of appeal is pathos. That is emotion. It's based on feelings, whether positive or negative. So let's take a look at the article to see how the author appeals to you through your feelings. In the section Targeted Abuse and Fake Accounts, the author includes examples of people that we are familiar with. It humanizes the hatred that is spewed out on Twitter. For example, we have Leslie Jones, popular from Ghostbusters and Saturday Night Live, and the author writes how white supremacists began to bombard Jones' timeline with sexist and racist comments and hateful memes. These tweets threatened rape and death and hurled vile epithets at her. So that riles up the reader's emotions. It brings in their passions, their anger towards what Twitter has allowed. The author also goes on to give the example of Robert Kurt Urchwald. Now, he might not be familiar, but what happens to him touches at our hearts. He has epilepsy and was targeted by a Twitter account that sent him a GIF containing a strobe light. When he clicked on it, the flashing light sent him into a seizure. That example infuriates people, that someone could hide behind a Twitter account and cause physical damage to someone through a Twitter account by having the strobe light that triggered an epileptic seizure. These are examples of pathos because the evidence brings out emotions, feelings as a form of persuading the readers. I hope you enjoyed reading this article and now have a better understanding how an argument is developed. Because in our research paper, our next essay, you will be developing an argument essay to persuade your readers. And you too will be using ethos, logos, and pathos in your argument. Thank you for joining me today in Flipped Classroom.